Good morning, good morning. Very, very laggy today. All right, apparently now I'm live. Hello. I would like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here where it is a gorgeous day. Blue, no clouds, slightly breezy. Been for a walk, done my workout. So, what have you already achieved today? I've that the fitness and health for me is one of my main buckets. Like we've got three buckets that we can choose from. So I've got general life, everyday life plus working, and then fitness, and then my business. But even in the business, I'm trying to refine it. Good morning, Louise. Did you have a big day yesterday? Well, that was that very sensitive day. So I hope it's resolved itself. All right, let's just get straight into it then, okay? Because you're off and running, Louise. All right, so now we've already had good morning, Heather and Alicia. I have to come up with a Alicia. Let's come up with something. All right, so this morning, the moon is currently still in Aries at 29 degrees. Mercury, good morning, Caroline. Good morning, Kathy. So, yeah, Mercury, 29 degrees of Sagittarius. Morning, Jen. The moon, 29 degrees of Aries. All right, so they are in conjunct each other. Now, the moon has just had a square to Mars, which is its ruler. Good morning, Amanda. Yay. And also trine Mercury, all right? So there might have been some sort of realizations happening today that you are emotionally connected to, all right? So Moon in Aries just had all of that super sensitive stuff happen. And then square Mars. So there might have been some sort of uncomfortable nudging here. And with the Mercury at 29 degrees, all right, it has been there for 2 months now, and seriously, it has been such a journey into philosophy, religion, understanding for lots and lots of people. All right, so looking back, what has been exposed so you can confidently let these things go. All right, in order to let them go, you need to understand what they are and what they've done for you. All right, this is the Mercury. All right. So, what has allowed for healing opportunities? And is there a comfortable space for you to sit in now that allows some self worth or a new sense of personal value in who you are and what you have to offer to the world? All right. Release the heavy burden that has lived in your mind for so long. I'm feeling that one, guys. I'm really feeling that one. All right, now at 9:12 a.m., that moon is going to move into Taurus, calming the adrenals down considerably. However, well, not however, but consider this, all right? So the moon moves into Taurus. We get that grounded state ruled by Venus. Venus is in Pisces. All right, there's some empathy and compassion that have come into the flow after, like when that happens. Now at 11:30, okay, sorry, at 10 a.m., the moon is then in conjunct the south node. All right. So, this theme of letting things go that are weighing you down. Awesome, Caroline. Awesome. And then at 11:30, we have two things. All right. So, the moon in Taurus is calm, grounded, secure, self worth, things of value, letting go of that south node in Libra, all right? So that thing that has been keeping you unbalanced, maybe codependent or reliant on something that drains your energy. Honestly, what better term for addiction? And I don't mean addiction in a drug sense, just addiction in the fact that you may feel like you need something that is not good for you, all right? Because it's the thing that is triggering your neural pathways. All right. If you have, in that journey, right, you got to see what things are on those neural pathways that you have been conditioned to receive. Good morning, Deborah. All right. So, We've got that in conjunct to the South Node. Let that shit go. You are valuable as you are. Okay. All right. Now at 11:30, the moon does come up and hit a square to Pluto. All right. That Pluto in Aquarius wants freedom. The moon in Taurus just wants to be comfortable. Oh my God. So, this desire for freedom, because it's so new and because it is just this dawning awareness, it might feel hard, but again, that square builds resilience. All right, think of those step ups, think of that effort that is required when you do exercise. You don't want to do it, but you know that it is good for you. Okay, now at the same time, Mercury is in conjunct Mars. All right, what does that look like? All right, so we've got that moon going, I want freedom, but I just want to be comfortable. And then Mercury in Sagittarius at 29 degrees is like, oh my God, I have got this massive funnel of of awareness in my head. Like it is a huge funnel of information that you have figured out in the last 2 months, and it is trying to slowly filter down into your awareness. Now, the in conjunct to Mars has just moved back into Cancer, and it is. Oh, thank you. And Mars in Cancer is now looking at his own experience, all right? He is now looking at his family, his ancestry, the early childhood conditioning, the mother, that feminine principle in the fourth house, that just that experience of our ancestry, all right? So Mars retrograde in Cancer is looking at his own early experience with with Mercury in Sagittarius going, fuck, I have all of this awareness and it is funneling down in so that I can see where I got it from and the adjustment and tension that is in the air right now. Take a breath. Take a breath, all right? Because there is so much stuff happening right now in your own world, fucking regardless of the world around you. Like your head is probably like, oh my God, but it's okay, all right? Things are changing, things are shifting. Maybe put some sort of filter in that big funnel, and that in conjunct to the south node. When these thoughts and awarenesses start to trickle into the forefront, into your frontal lobe, or wherever that information is processed, just have those dings or have those flags ready to be like, oh, I don't like that one. I am going to consciously remove you. I identify you. I see you. Maybe some hoponopono. That's I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And that I love you is because you have helped me get to where I am right now. But I'm going to acknowledge you as not relevant in my life right now. Thank you for the lessons that you have taught me. Thank you for the strength that I have built and resilience that I now have because of those experiences. But from this point on, I'm going to generate my own internal strength and dynamic. All right. I don't need to have those things that I am codependent to or that I am reliant on only because that's all my brain knows. All right. Mercury knows better, even though Mercury's been like, it's okay. All right. So it is quite epic, isn't it? Like, just, like, however, include this, another layer to consider. All right. So now between 12 and 6:30, that moon is sextile Venus. All right. So adding some love and compassion. All right. Moon in Taurus being ruled by Venus in Pisces. All right. Identify and acknowledge those things that we are maybe addicted to, those things that are too sweet, those things that we can psychically understand, or you know um the universe, spirituality, God, your guides, that spiritual principle. All right, the moon is sextile Venus between 12 and 6. So while all of this hard stuff is going on, we are allowed to embrace ourselves. We are allowed to think with compassion rather than having that inner critic go mental and be like, you're so bad, this happened to you because. No, I hear you, I acknowledge you, I forgive you, I let you go. So, um, you know, There we go. And also, so another one that we have very active is this Mercury square the nodes. All right. Now the nodes move from Aries and Libra into Pisces and Virgo. Oh, it is actually, Jen. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So that Mercury square the nodes. All right. So with the nodes moving, we're moving from this I Aries, we axis, it's Libra, into Pisces and Virgo. All right. So there is a certain amount of self care, health care, and releasing of that critical sense so that we can analyze and better run. All right. Think Virgo. All right. We're releasing that inner critic so that we can become more spiritually inclined, or we're able to be compassionate and follow that authentic road that we have. All right. So there's that. I mean, you know what? It's going to look so different for so many other people. But that Pisces North Node is allow you that inner consciousness to guide you. Whatever your jam is with your spiritual predilections, do that. All right. Allow that to guide you. All right. So I listen to the voices in my head. I identify those feelings when they happen, like I have a very strong ding, 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 so, just amping that acknowledgement up even more. So I did a fabulous nodal reading yesterday. And so, I mean, if anybody's interested, reach out, because it's interesting to see what houses are going to be affected. So for me, it's my first and seventh, because I have Pisces rising. So the I'm going to have, is it in my second house or my first house? No, I'm going to have the North Node going through my first house. All right. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. So whatever, have a look at your own houses, or like I said, reach out if you want a reading, or even if you just want to identify what houses it's going through. I'm happy to do that. So there we go. And oh my God, I forgot. Mercury is moving into Capricorn tonight at 9:30 p.m. So do all of this Mercury work today. Get yourself comfortable, sit and feel, think, journal. That's a great way for you to release things, or acknowledge them, so that they're not tricky, sinister little nitpicky things, lurking in the back of your mind. No, I see you. Write it down. And then when you write it down, then there's that pen and paper magic. We all know about that. The whole journaling prompts. Do you really believe, when you write it down, you can look at it and go, wow, do I really believe that? No, that is not my idea. That is not my statement of life. No, I get to redefine my foundations. Thank you, Saturn in Pisces. So, and why? Because Mercury is moving into Capricorn, which is Saturn's sign. All right. So this is, acknowledge all of those things that I've just been babbling on about for the last 13 minutes. But, there's just a lot today, guys. So after 9:12, in half an hour, we're going to sit into that calmer space. All right. So Venus in Pisces is just going to, you know, so. So yeah, it is quite epic. Look at that. Oh, thank you, Amanda. You are awesome. Thank you so much. And I go back to work tomorrow. So if you do want a reading, I'm doing the 99 for half an hour, but I can absolutely do a shorter one if funds are an issue, because I know funds are an issue for a lot of people right now. I can definitely do a way quicker one if you just want a quick one. So just reach out. Clarity. It is what it is. It's clarity. Or even just go to somewhere like astro.com. I'm not in this just for the money. Money's nice. But, you can also do your own homework to find out. Oh, I think it's that one. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm going to say yes to this one. Card number 3, when coyote calls your name. All right, you know what? I know that we've had this one a couple of times. I feel like I need to back that up with something. There's those ding, ding, dings. All right, so when coyote calls your name, divine detours, the value of not getting what you think you want. discovering greater treasure when you are forced to change course. Oh my God, this is fabulous. This last degrees of, the nodes changing, Mercury changing, the moons, everything's changing, and you are being forced to witness your own thoughts and change along with them. There we go. Yes, so let's back it up with one of these cards. I've got a meeting in 15 minutes, so okay. There we go. All right. What card is going to just back up that being forced to change, being asked to consider a path change? The nodes, that spiritual path forward, and the things we are releasing are changing, right? You must, and you are being asked to change. So the universe has manners. It's going to ask you first, and then it's going to force you if you don't listen. And there it is. There's the one. Oh, there we go. 10 of Pentacles. All right. So, this does line up with the Mars in Cancer. So, if there is any anger, if there's any anger or internal hurt or heat around your family position and conditioning, just imagine what the perfect day would look like. If you were, is that Taurus? That Taurus is like, that's not comfy. Absolutely. Sorry, I had to read that twice. So I just feel like with this one, because it is this beautiful family, like idyllic family situations where you feel valued and rich. And I just think with that inconjunct, the Mercury inconjunct Mars, maybe if you could create your perfect day, maybe if you could, have a look at your actual family position right now without those negative thoughts hanging over the top of them. What are some of these expectations that are not yours that you can release that would instantly lighten the family position? There we go. There's some words coming out. So yeah, there you go. It's very much explore that mind, all right? And yeah, like Caroline said, Mercury might be saying that's not that comfy, but if you saw the post that I put yesterday, your future is yours alone, all right? You are the person creating your situation. You are creating what, your future looks like by the choices you make in this moment. Now, Aileen posted today and she was like, you are the sum of your 5 closest people. So have a look at what you have directly in your life. Are they a good representation of what you want? Or are they the things, that South Node in Libra, that you also need to be letting go of? So, massive love, ladies. Like I said, I'm around if anybody wants, excellent, Louise, excellent. If anybody wants a quick or a long read, if anybody who just wants a fucking chat, just give me a call. See ya.